Boycott Bumble, Part 2. Let's get into it. If you haven't watched Part 1, watch Part 1. There's a little legal loophole that allows internet companies like Bumble from being held liable for the actions of their users online. This little loophole is called the CDA, Communications Decency Act, that was passed in 1996. This law made sense in 1996. For starters, there were no dating companies on the internet. However, with the rise of the internet era and the evolution of dating, this law is outdated. And actually, in this case, is directly contradicted by the 14th Amendment. That's the amendment that got rid of segregation. In the 14th Amendment, there is a Commerce Clause. The Commerce Clause applies here since dating apps like Bumble are a business engaged in interstate commerce, since they are in the hands of users all over the United States, literally. Congress has a responsibility to consider whether or not these platforms require regulations to keep consumers safe. And if this Lauren Smith case has proven anything, it is that regulation is required. Lauren is dead, and Bumble is ignoring the masses. There are multiple studies that show that this is a pattern. Dating apps ignore people, especially when they report gender-based violence as a result of using their apps. This is especially true for Bumble. It's so true, in fact, that Congress is actually investigating Bumble and other dating apps. In 2020, 11 Democratic members of the House Energy and Commerce Committee sent a letter to Match Group. Match Group owns Tinder and other dating apps. In this letter, they wrote, "The decision your company takes to proactively conduct checks against sexual assault registries are important for informing our legislative efforts." The truth is, they're not checking shit. No one is holding Bumble accountable, especially considering the fact that their entire value proposition is women first and keeping women safe. Whitney Wolfe Herd, the CEO of Bumble, became a billionaire off this false promise. The fact that no one's holding Bumble accountable gives them the audacity to ignore hundreds of thousands of notifications. At Bumble, the civil rights remedy from Part 1's video was ruled unconstitutional because federal government cannot regulate the actions of private actors because crime is a state jurisdiction. Well, since Bumble is an institutional, also known as commerce, actor and profits economically, we need to reinstate the civil rights remedy. If victims of sexual assault cannot sue their attackers in federal court, then they should be able to sue institutional actors that play a part, like Bumble. Let's sign this petition, y'all. Let's bring back this law. Let's hold Bumble accountable.